Philip, great to have you back on. Congratulations on the fundraising round. I mean, even in your wildest, most optimistic dreams, and don't lie, I doubt you guys planned that you would get this big, this fast. How much more room to grow does this market and your company, though, actually have?
Brian, good to see you, and thanks for having me on. Really, if we just look at what Zilch is trying to achieve here, and that is that we are democratizing access to free credit. That's really what our business is all about. And what that means is fundamentally that we want our customer, who's the most savvy customer the world has ever seen, they have information right at their fingertips. We want this customer to be able to go anywhere they like and buy anything they want and not be financially penalized for the privilege. And so really how that looks practically with our business is that our customer can go into any store physically. That could be a Macy's, a Walmart, that could be Selfridges, or that could be online to someone like Amazon or eBay, and they could pay over time for free. So no interest of any kind, no hidden fees. And this is really what we're all about. So with a product as exciting as this, as responsible as this, we really think that we have a huge amount of runway ahead of us. If you compare the penetration of BNPL today to something like traditional credit card, of course, they're miles apart. Yep. So we think runway ahead of us is huge.
But there are other entrants. There's Klarna. We've talked to Sebastian Sobakowski, the CEO, many times. There's a firm. Everybody in America is trying to get into this space, including some really big and established players. How do you differentiate Zilch? What is your value proposition versus the others?
Yeah, I mean, with the way we look at this is that because we are a relatively newcomer to the market, we have the benefit of seeing what these other companies have done well and, of course, what they've not done so well. We also speak to 5,000 customers before we even set this up, and we speak to hundreds of customers weekly. So we really have our finger on the pulse of what our customers want. And if you actually have a look at these incumbents, really what we're seeing is they've built these networks, right? So they integrate with these retailers, and you can go to those retailers. And similar to what Zoom did to Skype, we are disintermediating that completely by bypassing this network. We are going direct to the customer and allowing that customer to pay over time for free anywhere they like and for anything they like. And that's fundamentally different to the value proposition you see before. So because we are a newcomer to the market, we've been able to use the latest bleeding edge technology, as well as, of course, take into account the latest regulation to build something that's truly unique and differentiated.
You know the criticisms, Philip, which is that, you'll get some, young person, whether it's UK, US, doesn't matter where they are, young people, they may not realize they buy 10 things, buy now, pay later. Oh, it's $10 a month, I can afford that. Suddenly they got $100 a month in payments, and they get underwater, right? How do you make sure that people don't damage themselves in a way by overspending because the monthly payment list looks so darn attractive?
Brian, that's a great question. And I think this speaks to really why Zilch is so different to what you see in traditional BNPL. Traditional BNPL is integrated at the checkout page. And so there has to be an argument made for some impulse purchasing. And I would agree with that statement. This is why we've engineered Zilch completely differently. We take our value proposition direct to the customer. The customer is onboarded with our product first. They understand the terms and conditions. They understand this is a debt instrument. And they understand what balance they have available that they can go and responsibly spend. And we think this is critical. This is why, for instance, in the UK, the FCA granted us a consumer credit license years ago already. We were one of the first companies to achieve this. And stateside, we've done the same thing. We have a Californian lending license. We're working with Cross River as a partner so we can operate at a federal level. So regulation is really important to us. And obviously, we think it's coming to the space in a big way to solve the problem you just mentioned. The Zilch use case, of course, bypasses that issue and makes sure the customer clearly understands what they're buying and this is a considered purchase. Yeah. So I think if more and more BNPL providers move in that direction, we'll be in a really good spot.